Hey there, and welcome. If you're over 60, I bet this sounds familiar. You open up your medicine cabinet, and there's just this whole collection of bottles looking back at you. And you might think to yourself, wow, do I really need all of this? Well, today, we're going to dig into how that very cabinet might be quietly making you feel weaker, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. So let's jump right in. Do you ever just feel tired? More tired than you think you should be? Or maybe your balance just isn't what it used to be. You feel a little wobbly sometimes. Or your mind gets a little foggy, especially in the afternoon. It is so easy to just chalk all of that up to getting older. But what if, like this slide asks, what if it's something else? What if it's actually connected to all those medications? You know, these are really valid concerns, and believe me, you are not the only one feeling this way.
Okay, before we go any further, I have to say something that's incredibly important. What we're talking about today is purely for your education. Think of me as your guide to asking better questions. You should never, and I mean never, change or stop taking a medication without talking to your doctor or your pharmacist first. They're your partners in your health, always.
So how does this even happen? I mean, let's be honest. Nobody wakes up one day and decides, I think I'll take a dozen pills. It happens really slowly, doesn't it? It creeps up over the years. A little pill for blood pressure here, something for sleep over there, maybe another one for heartburn, and before you even know it, your body is juggling a whole lot. The crucial thing to remember is this is not your fault. It's just a gradual accumulation.
You know, this whole situation actually has a medical term for it. It's called polypharmacy, and it's a fancy word that just means what you see right here: the regular use of multiple medications at the same time. Now, the issue usually isn't that any single one of your medicines is bad. The real problem is how they can all start to interact with each other, especially as our bodies change after we turn 65.
And this, right here, is the absolute core of the issue. The side effects from taking a bunch of different medications, things like feeling dizzy or confused or having low energy, can look exactly like what we're all told is just normal aging. The truth is, after 65, our bodies just process things differently. So it's way too easy to think, oh, I'm just getting older, when in reality your body might just be struggling under the weight of all your prescriptions.
But here is the hopeful part, and it is really good news. The big takeaway here is that you are not powerless in this situation, not at all. If the problem is simply the way all your medications are stacked together, well, then that's a problem we can solve. It means you're not stuck, and it definitely means you're not too old to feel better, to feel clearer, and to feel much, much steadier on your feet.
All right, so let's get practical and look at how this happens. Instead of making a big list of bad drugs, which isn't very helpful, we're going to focus on 5 really common habits or traps that can quietly put you at risk. These are patterns that so many of us fall into without even realizing it.
First up is what I call the set it and forget it trap. Here's how it works. A doctor prescribes a drug for a short-term problem, maybe a sleep aid right after a surgery, or an anti-anxiety pill to get you through a really stressful time. Then years go by. The original problem is long gone, but that prescription, it just keeps getting refilled month after month. And that one extra pill adds another chance for side effects every single day.
Okay, trap number 2 is a big one, and it's so common. You might have your main doctor, but then you also see a heart specialist and a lung specialist, and they're all doing their best for their specific area of expertise. But unless one person is acting as the quarterback for your team, looking at the entire list of medicines, then nobody is asking the most important question: do all of these actually make sense together? Are we just treating the side effect of one drug with a new drug? Trap number 3. I think we are all guilty of this one at some point. We think, oh, it's just over the counter. It has to be safe, right? But a lot of common things, cold remedies, sleep aids, those PM painkillers, they have ingredients that can cause real problems for older adults. Things like extreme drowsiness or confusion. So remember, over-the-counter does not mean risk-free, especially when you're mixing them with your prescriptions.
This next trap is a little more subtle. It's all about the habit of reaching for a pill before we take a look at our daily patterns. For example, grabbing a sleeping pill before we think about how much caffeine we had or if we were looking at a screen too late. Or maybe taking a heartburn pill without thinking about when we ate our last meal. Look, medication can be an absolute lifesaver, but it should work with our lifestyle, not instead of it.
And the final trap, and maybe the most important one to avoid, is suffering in silence. It is just so easy to think, well, I feel more dizzy these days, but I guess that's just my age. Or, my memory isn't what it used to be, but that's normal, right? So often, these are actually side effects from your medication. If your doctor doesn't know how you're feeling from day to day, they can't help you fix it. Your specific feedback is absolute gold to them. Okay, so we've identified the traps. Enough about the problems, right? Now let's talk about solutions. We're going to give you a really powerful, super practical tool that you can take with you to your very next doctor's appointment. It's a simple checklist of questions. Here they are, 3 golden questions that open up a conversation. First, you just ask, do I still need this medication, especially at this dose? Second, could anything on my list be making my balance, my memory, or my energy worse? See how that targets the side effects that really impact your daily life? And finally, is there a safer alternative for someone my age? These questions, they're not confrontational at all. They're collaborative. You're just partnering with your doctor to make sure your treatment plan is still working for you. So, what can you do right now, I mean literally this week, to start taking control? Let's walk through a simple, totally safe action plan. This is something you can do all on your own to get ready for that really important conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Step 1, make your true list. That means sitting down with every single bottle, your prescriptions, your vitamins, any supplements, everything, and writing it all down. Step 2, circle your concerns. Go through that list and put a little star next to anything you're not sure about or that you think might have made you feel worse. You're not changing anything, you're just making notes. And the final, most important step, book a review. You can walk into that appointment with confidence, hold up your list, and just say, I made this because I want to stay as clear and steady as I can. Can we please go over it together? So, the crucial thing to remember through all of this is to trust yourself. Your body is always talking to you. If you feel off after starting a new medicine or changing a dose, you are being incredibly wise to speak up. You are not too old to feel clearer, steadier, and more alive. Sometimes it's just about reducing the noise from medications that just aren't the right fit anymore. Your medicine cabinet should be there to support you, not to cause you stress. If you found this helpful, please think about sharing it with a friend or a family member who could also benefit from it. And go ahead and subscribe for more practical guides to help you stay healthy and independent for many, many years to come. Thanks so much for your time today. Be well and stay curious.